Let's get started. So today we will discuss about human reproduction, and in this topic we will try to cover about the male and the female reproductive system, and what are the different organs are involved in this system. We will try to understand the whole topic in that way. So before starting human reproduction, one has to understand the actual aspect of reproduction. So every living individual can perpetuate his own generation by a process of reproduction. So the whole animal kingdom is divided into various forms based on the birth pattern. How they are giving birth to the young ones are basically categorized into different types, and accordingly we can define the different varieties of animal species. So there are species of animals which are giving directly birth to the young ones, and those are called as viviparous. So viviparous animals are the one which are giving birth to the young ones. The second varieties are oviparous. Now these oviparous animals are the one which are giving egg. So they are egg laying animals. They are laying the eggs outside environment, and egg as such is getting developed outside the body. So they are not developing the young ones inside the body, but basically they are laying the eggs outside, and the egg is getting developed into a young ones later on outside the body. Well, we have the mixture of these two, and we called it ovoviviparous. And in ovoviviparous animals, the egg laying animals, but the egg is not laid as such. The egg is getting developed inside the body, and the young ones are getting hatched out. Young ones are getting birthed, or young ones are getting out from the body. So basically they are egg bearing animals. They are having eggs, but the egg is getting matured inside the body, and they are giving birth to the young ones. So for example, there are many fish varieties are there. There are many insect varieties are there. So the amphibians are also following this pattern, where the egg is getting matured inside the body, and they are giving birth to the young ones. So the basic difference between these all species, now here the viviparous animal are having connectivity. We call it the connection is there in the body, where the fetus, the young one, is getting nutrition, getting some nourishment from the mother's body. While in case of oviparous animals, there is no connection as such. So the egg is coming out, and then all the development is taking place in the egg. While in case of ovoviviparous animal, there is no connectivity in the body as such, but the development is taking place inside the body. So there are a couple of examples, as I said. We have some fish, we have certain varieties of amphibians, we have some insects. So these are the three modes of reproduction. So all right, we will move on and try to discuss that what are the important organs involved in this human reproduction. So let's try to understand it first, and then we will jump into the individual organs as such. Now when we are talking about the reproduction, when we are talking about the human reproduction particularly, we have two things in mind: the sex. So there is a clear cut sexual differentiation in human being. So one can nicely differentiate that the person is male or another one is female. So let us start with this one, and then we will try to understand this one from the organ point of view. So we have male, and then we have female. So these are the two distinct sexual kind of individuals available in human kingdom, in the human being actually as such. So, the male and the female are having very specific organs, very specific kind of system available for reproductive aspect. The organ which are involved, the organ which is involved in the male reproductive system, we call it testis. So, there are two testes actually. So, a pair of testes, and similarly in case of female we have ovary. So, we have ovary as a reproductive organ in case of female, and we have testes in case of male. Now, these testes are responsible for the production of a very unique form of cells, which are the first cell of the human body. Actually, this is the, after joining, these are forming the first cell of the body, but the one which is coming out from the testes, we call it sperm. And this sperm is nothing but the male gamete. So, we are calling it as a male gamete or male cell, reproductive cell actually. So, male reproductive cell counterpart is sperm, and in case of female we have ova. So, these are the productive organs. So, they are, ova is produced in ovary and the sperms are produced in testes. Now, the process of formation of this sperm in testis is called spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis. Sperm means sperm and genesis means formation. So, there will be a formation of a sperm by a process called spermatogenesis, and the organ involved is called testis and is there in male. Similarly, we have ova formed by a process called oogenesis, and the formed product is called ova, and it is formed in an organ called ovary. So, we have these two distinct gamete, one is from male side and one is the female side. These two gametes are formed by these two processes, and collectively these two process is called, since these are gametes, so they are called as gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. So, this process is formation of gametes. So, male gamete we call sperm